We are in Las Vegas, Nevada on a Tuesday night. It's 9 o'clock at night, great temperature. You know, just to get an idea of when and where this is being filmed at, shot at. Just curious midweek what it's like at McCarran Airport. Arrivals, departures. Gonna head that way and check it out. Hope you're all having a pleasant day, a great day for you. Right now at the corner of Sahara and Paseo del Prado. Make our way onto the freeway and head over towards the airport. See what kind of traffic there is. Landing, taking off. Just do some stuff here on a Tuesday night in Las Vegas. Hope everyone's having a fun time wherever you're at. Just got done creating a 1 hour, 45-minute casino sound video. And it's all casino sounds, no narration. Tony, how you doing? Welcome back, good to see you. Thanks for checking in. We are mobile tonight. The video will be released soon, and basically it's, if you want to listen to your favorite Keno or slot games to go to sleep, it's a nice ambient sound for you. Light Warrior, welcome. Appreciate you being here. Ghost Town Hunts, great to see you. The video, hour and 45 minutes of sound, can be used for many things. One, sometimes I just like that sound, it makes me go to sleep. Other times, if you're creating a video and you want to have some background casino sounds, you can use it for that. I'm going to put full licensing available in that video for anyone that wants to use it. No restrictions. And also, you get to watch me play some Keno without me commenting too much. You might hear some grunting and groaning. And I think I do drop BS at one point when I was playing Buffalo, but that's because I was playing Buffalo. People all around me hitting jackpots. You're going to hear the bells and whistles going off and probably grunting at that as well. But true depiction of what it's like to be in the casino. This is Interstate 15 southbound. Area 15 there to the right. That's where Todd English, one of his restaurants, is. That's the Beast. Spectacular food. May lose a signal for a brief moment as we go through the Twin Towers here. You have the Rio and everything on the right. Big tower, big buildings on the left. Go by the stadium where the Raiders play. And we'll exit, head towards the airport. I think at the eastern side is where the planes take off and land. Number 70, welcome. Good to have you with us. Great to see you. Uh-oh, what do we got? Crash up ahead before Tropicana. Center lane is blocked. Well, how about that? We'll pull off to the side here. As interesting as a crash is, probably don't want to get tied up in traffic here. Lots of crashes. There was a shooting and barricades earlier today. Was sitting in the hotel and heard the sirens, went outside, saw the police helicopter, but it was down on the other side of the area that we were at. Another fire today in Las Vegas. It's interesting times out here. Flamingo Road. Probably should have jumped off there in Spring Mountain, but we're going to take the Flamingo exit. Pretty good traffic jam here for a Tuesday night in Vegas. I think it was Tuesday night football night. There's a soccer game in town where Taylor Swift is playing, or that it was Vegas. And we will do the, oh, we're going. That's a pretty big jam. Might be a impressive accident. Penn and Teller performing at the Rio, now a Hyatt property. Had the discussion yesterday on whether the JW would open. Here's a Hyatt with a big footprint in Vegas, a little bit off the strip. But all the big brands are now playing out here. Change the dynamic of Vegas a little bit. More point redemption opportunities, but they've always been here. The Flamingo used to be Flamingo Hilton, used to be at the big Las Vegas Hiltons in various different forms. Come down here onto the strip, probably the quickest way at this hour on a Tuesday. Vegas lights at night are beautiful. They definitely are. It's a different city when the sun comes up. We showed Sunday morning. It's very different. So trying to get the best view here. A few nights back, we were down in this side of town, and we saw a neat little traffic accident. Things that we start to do, places we start to go, sometimes get sidetracked. Full moon tonight in Vegas. The last few days, the approaching full moon. Maybe that's why all the weird stuff has been happening. During my video earlier, the hour and 45 minutes of casino sounds, as I was leaving, a gentleman had hit a nice jackpot on a buffalo machine. And so I stood there for a brief moment to observe it, and his partner looked at me like he wanted to make me eat the telephone or the iPhone. Not sure why it would bother him to actually videotape it, but I guess it did. Here's the Bellagio. That's direct here. Back on the road. A little foggy here. Not sure why. Tuesday night in Vegas. A little drive around, different side of town. Got Billy Idol performing. Got a billboard up there, an electronic one. Sure to check out the different channels supporting us. Got Keno Joe, Keno Rich, number 70. Lolo Slots. It's JBTV did a scratcher thing today. It's pretty cool. Halo Keno, Keno Queen, spelled K-W-E-N. Check her out. Putting out some good content. Did a video today on the Game King in the lobby of the hotel. And I hit 2 5 out of 5s using its JBTV's 5 spots in the corner. That was sweet. Doing dimes, so it was 150 per jackpot. Left the credits on there so the other team members can play it and have fun with it. It's on free play right now, and I just loaded up the credits, and one of the staff members hit a jackpot the other day and tried to cash it out. Then they had to unplug the machine because it was ringing all night long, because I'm the only one with the key for it. A lot of traffic. My goodness, this is crazy. Hold on, we're going to shoot out here. Except for that guy behind us who thought he was more important. That's fine, he can go. Yeah, I'm not too certain about this. There you go. Thanks a lot, people, for letting us out. Appreciate it. Courtesy. All right, we're gonna just pull over and get away from the side of the road there. Ricky Martin and Enrique Iglesias. A lot of the bigger names coming back to Vegas now. They can fill showrooms. You may have to wear a mask, but you can go to the shows. Park MGM. Park MGM, apparently non-smoking. Says the only thing smoking in there are their craps dice. Jamie Foxx speaking for the MGM mobile device. Cool. New York, New York. Coming up on the anniversary of October 1st, 2017. Sad time for Las Vegas. A lot of pain and suffering. 4 years now. I'm sure there'll be some commemorations and somber remembrances of that. There's Mandalay Bay off in the distance there. Those of you that don't know what it is, we're not going to really talk about it. You can look it up and get whatever information you may need. There's the MGM Lion. So you were out here? Wow, you missed the tragedy by 4 days. That's amazing. Well, I know people that were working that night at the Hooters. I'm not sure it was the Oyo yet at that point. And they had a bunch of people come running in. They actually called the police and reported injured people coming in, not knowing that it was from another event. So there's a lot of those types of calls that night. And between the police, the fire, the rescue, just an amazing response by the community. I was in Salt Lake City at the time. Immediately called people that I knew to see if they were okay. I was able to reach everybody. Here's the Oyo, the former Hooters. There was the Saudi prince was there that night. I did not know that. Interesting. Interesting. So the Oyo used to be the Hooters. It's the place that has the biggest Hooters, I believe, in the world, as far as quantity of chicken wings sold. When they changed the name, they actually tried to open another Hooters, I think in the Palms, and it was going to be the biggest one, and never quite, with the pandemic, have reopened, and they're still building and all that, but this one still cranks out. Probably not the $35 million worth of wings we were doing back in 2012, but, or 30 million, whatever it was. It was a lot. It was a lot of wings. But delicious food. I've never did check out the health factor of that food, but yeah, it's amazing. AG Jordan checking in, the third. Thank you for being here. And if it's AC, I do apologize. I'm trying to drive and read at the same time. Here's where the offices were for the Hooters, this building on the other side of the road here. That's where my office was. Had the gaming general manager and the hotel general manager. We shared office space. It was a bifurcation, one that handled strictly the gaming side, and then I handled the hotel side. 900 rooms and a huge casino floor and showrooms. It's the best way to do it. Thunder Down Under, they're back, performing nightly. Got some planes coming in. I can see them all queued up down there. It's a neat landing pattern here. Yes, the old San Remo. Good times they had back then. This is Tropicana headed eastbound. We're gonna head over towards, I believe it's Russell and Eastern or somewhere over there where Russell actually might be the place that has the pull-off. You can actually watch them take off and land, but I want to be kind of like where they come right over the top of us. Airport is 24 hours a day. It continues to go on and on and on. Tony, thank you so much for the super chat. Will English Hotel have any slots? Also, have you been to Todd's New Olives restaurant at the Virgin? I liked Olives when it was at the Bellagio. Two questions and a comment. We are working on trying to get slots. There's a lot of negotiations and there's licenses and stuff that you have to apply for. So it's just one of those things that I'm hoping that it happens. Yes, I've been to the New Olives. It is spectacular. Live music, shows at night. We had dinner there one night when we had the folks in from the brand and some of the ownership group and all that. And what a great meal. Todd, a great host. He's at all his restaurants. He can't be at every one every night, but he makes his rounds. He's personally involved, especially with the big grand openings and the new situation like we have, where it's his name on the hotel and it's his new restaurant, the Pepper Club. And so we're very excited about that. Just knowing how good the food was that night that we all had that celebration, it was fantastic. So thank you, Tony, for the question. Johnny Marino checking in. How you doing, sir? When's your next trip out to Vegas? Got to get you out here. I need some tips and advice on hiring some front desk people. The gaming side of it, like we have the Game King in the lobby right now just to test it out, how it would work. Unfortunately, the lighting, the way it's set up right now, is very bad. No video of the celebration dinner, no. That was what happens in Vegas, audio recording only, maybe. No, we don't want to do that kind of stuff. But that night, we actually had a Frank Sinatra performer, and then there was a young lady, I didn't catch her name, but spectacular performers. Just got back, first sales meeting in years. Got to travel, cool. Chad, sorry I missed it. But, so Tony, are you in the Vegas area? Because it'd be one of those things where when we get close to opening, we'll do some test kitchen things, and we'll want to invite various people in to give us reviews and feedbacks. And so any of my subscribers and viewers and supporters that happen to be in the area would love to make that an opportunity to come out and check it out. Space available, of course, but that's something that's coming up. Test kitchen, yes, a test kitchen, for those of you who don't know or want to know what it is, as we write the menus and burn off the new equipment and make sure everything works, and when you train the staff, both the front of the house and the back of the house, we like to run dinners. Come on in, do lunch, dinner, breakfast, all the different meals, and that way they can run the system, see how the kitchen works, work out all the kinks. It's one of those where we ask for feedback from everybody, but we want you to be kind. You can't come in and hammer the waiter or waitress on their first night. That wouldn't be very fair. But certainly it's a way to introduce the menu. We love to have people, Instagram the food and talk about where they're at, but it definitely for like Costco food samples. Very similar, except completely different. But yes, communication. When you take the order, where does it go to? And I believe I hold the distinction of the world's worst waiter ever. I believe. I don't know if anyone's ever beat me on this. It was a restaurant called Strawberries in 1985 in Denver, Colorado. And I went down, got a job. Don't know how I got the job. And they trained us for a couple of weeks, and I faked my way through it. I was going to real estate school at the time, and goofing off and being by myself and with a bunch of friends in Denver, Colorado back during the college years. So decided to go get that job, and then opening day was a lunch, and I couldn't tell if it was a test kitchen or if it was actually opening day or not. And I went and took my first table order, rung it in. They had set another table, so I ran and got that order, rang it in. Third table sat, so of course I went and took the order, because taking the order is the most important part, and rang that in. Then I took a moment to go to the kitchen to see if any of the food was ready. And when I got there, the chef goes, "Oh, I didn't know you still worked here." And I go, "Oh, I'm just, taking orders," and came back to check on the food. And the guy said, "We've already ran your food." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And so I realized right away that I was not prepared. I made a wrong turn here. I was not prepared to do that part of the business. So I decided that I'd be the cocktail waitress or waiter. I think back then we couldn't make those distinctions. And so I went ahead and took the lounge area for a while, worked there for another month. My final day there, I made $1 in tips. And I decided that it was time for a career change. So I got into hotels and other things at that point, but not sure whatever happened to those guys. It was 1985. They were down from Chicago, and they were telling me about this new basketball player named Michael Jordan that had just joined the team in Chicago. And if I had any sense, I would have gone out and bought every rookie card of his I could find, but of course I didn't. Back in the days when a little bit younger and wasn't paying much attention to life at that time. So anyway, as soon as I pull over up here, I'm going to catch up on some of these old chats. I apologize, I've missed them so far, but we will get there. So we have airline terminal. If I go right, domestic, international, not sure I want to do that. I just want to get the landing pattern. Yeah, Jordan was a pretty good ball player, and I acted like I knew who he was at the time. I wasn't a big basketball fan ever. Then I opened a baseball card shop and lived on that for 5 years. I became a huge basketball fan. And if anybody would like a Tim Hardaway rookie, let me know. I still have about 1,000 of them. Senior, not junior. Also got about 1,000 Juan Gonzalez rookie cards too, but not a whole lot of value now after the Mitchell report. All right, almost there. Appreciate your patience. Thank you again, Tony, for supporting the channel. Very much appreciated. We go out and about. It's just nice to do all this, and it's great to know that it's appreciated, and it really helps the channel. Got 19 viewers right now. Appreciate it. Appreciate the thumbs up. What we're going to do, for those of you just joining us, we're on our way to the airport. Want to watch the landing patterns late on a Tuesday night. James, how you doing? Not sure what the message was. It says it was retracted, but I appreciate it. All right, this is the actual landing pattern. Don't know that I can pull over here. I've got a plane coming in right now. Let me see if I can pull over this way. I think they put a cemetery right over here. Let's see if I can figure out what to do here. I don't know if I want to pull into the cemetery to watch airplanes land. Try to line it up here. I'm going to turn into whatever road this is, and we're going to sit right here for a minute. Oh, there it is. Chandler Boulevard. Pull this out. Get ourselves lined up for a landing. Coming in right over the top of us. Here we go. Let's see if I can situate it. Right in here. Bear with me here as we get queued up. There we go. That's a pretty good location. All right, here we go. Got another one coming in right behind it. Hold on one second here. I'm going to put it on its stand up here so it's not as wobbly. All right, let's see if we can get the next airplane. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Las Vegas. Now I can stand here. Go back and catch some of the chat here. Quite windy all of a sudden. That's probably why they're coming in this landing pattern this way. Over the top, you got it. Lived in Newport Beach, James said. Oh, the jets from John Wayne, yeah. Yeah, Cosmo is so original, I hate to see it change hands, yeah. Loud. Yeah, the Cosmo, I know it's a big asset and it's worth a lot of money, so whoever bought that group of hotels probably wants to sell it off right away to recapture some of that money. All right. I think there's a couple minutes between each airplane, just for safety reasons. I'm going to go way back here. Appreciate it very much. Your patience as we. Okay, there we go. Tony, thank you for the super chat. Johnny Moreno joins us. If you guys don't know who Johnny is DJ Johnny Vibe. And he used to be my front office manager and just probably the coolest dude I've ever met in my life. And I know I say that about everybody, but I mean about Johnny. Celebration dinner. Okay, I remember where we're at. Just got back from our first sales outing in years. Felt so nice, and the buzz was great. Lots of wine. Good. Sick. Let's see. I'd gladly make that trip for the dinner. Okay, Johnny, you're definitely invited. Mock calls on the spot. So like with, oh, here comes a plane. Let's see if we can capture this one right above us here. There we go. May have to wipe off the thing after this one, but it's coming right over the top of us. I hope nobody flushes. I think it was the Southwest. That was cool. Pretty loud right here. All these shops are vacant. I wonder if that's why. All right, trying to get the long cord going here. Went to El Dorado High School in Placenta through, but not OC native for sure. Cool. Hope it's not a 737 MAX. About a mile from the flight path of LAX planes on the southern side of the neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, it makes a lot of noise, but it is comforting. I mean, it's a rhythm. Oh, what was that? I think that was the other jetway. That was an interesting sound. Good echo right here. No, this is not anywhere near the homeless that we saw last night. This is on the other side of town. This is, I guess, Henderson-ish, Green Valley area, just south of the airport and east of the airport. Cosmo, I think I caught up here. Don't want to overstep. LOL. Oh, okay. Lots of retracted stuff. Okay, whatever it was is probably pretty cool. Adrenaline, SoFi Stadium built in a crater next to LAX. Didn't know that. What's SoFi Stadium? Who plays there? A.G. Jordan the third. Yep, 100 foot down. Gotcha. So I'm not sure. I think I probably lost some of the chat, but I'm caught up now, and I'm right here. And it's exciting. It's airport in Las Vegas. Rams and Chargers. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. The St. Louis Rams and the San Diego Chargers playing in LA. Didn't the Chargers originally start in LA and then move to San Diego? I'm not a fan. Now we're moving to a new location. There's a place over here that we can park actually out in the open and see the airplanes, and we'll go over there. As much as I thought this would be cool, if there's no signal, there's no signal. Internet killing us. Oh, here we go. What a great view this is. Here we go. So this is the actual airport landing strip right here. Come on, internet. You're right, James. It's not one thing, it's another, isn't it? It's not one thing, it's another, isn't it? Get a little air conditioning blowing on in case it's a heat issue. Now I've got some homeless people here. Your brother was friends with Fabio, but you cannot believe it's butter either. No, he was full of butter and steroids, so exactly. Guess maybe I'm not the only person that wants to be here right now. Got a couple of people having a little picnic over here in the brush next to me. Welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the buffer there. We're back. A little more of an open space. You can see at the end of the runway up on the right there, there's a little bit of a tall building. That's the Mandalay Bay. Just to the left of it is the Raiders Stadium. can see it all the way on the other side of the airport here. We're going to do this again on a weekend. We'll do it on a Friday night when it's really busy. Maybe on a Sunday morning we'll catch airplanes leaving. Police officer. Parking area that's designed for this purpose. Las Vegas on a Tuesday night. Appreciate you being here. And take the, is it Russell? It is Russell. Down to the actual parking space. So when I'm broadcasting here, you can see when the screen kind of goes black when it just buffers. And then I get a please reconnect button when it kind of disconnects. And it's very frustrating from this end. I'm very sorry. But we're almost there. We'll be stopped here in a moment, and then it shouldn't skip anymore. Back now, kinda. Okay, give me a moment here. Almost there. Almost there. A little hard to see at night here, but we are going to make it momentarily. Is this it? That's not it. That would actually put me on the runway. We're not going to do that. Oh, this is the pull-off, but they got it shut down. So we're going to go over to a local business over here, take advantage of their parking lot. We'll do it from there. Over here, Magnum Coffee and Roasted Tillery Store. There we go. Got a plane coming in here momentarily too, so this will be fun. There's the Royal Hookah Lounge. I'm in Las Vegas. Yes, I am in Las Vegas permanently now. I'm here for the opening of the hotel and to manage the hotel into success. And then we've got some other projects that we're working on as well simultaneously. And even if I end up going to those locations, I will base out of Las Vegas. There's a couple that are in Utah that are spectacular, but certainly I want to either be Vegas or Phoenix or somewhere in Texas are my preferences. All right, a little bumpy. I'm gonna reset it up here on top of the vehicle. Let's see if we can see the plane coming in here in a moment. Might even have a takeoff happening. You can see off in the distance there is a no casinos in Utah. But when we lived in Salt Lake City, Wendover, Nevada, West Wendover, Nevada, about an hour and a half away from where we lived. It was unfortunately too close. Some great old rundown casinos there. Favorite one, the Red Garter. There was a Golden Nugget out there, but not connected to the other nuggets. Or it's called, maybe it's called the Wendover Nugget. And there's a big, bright one, and I couldn't remember the name of it right now, but it was the one that you never won at because they had to pay for all their lights and everything. But it was worth the trip. And then if you really were adventurous, you go to Ely, Nevada, or Elko, Nevada. Peppermill, that was a good one. Yeah, I like the Peppermill. Peppermill is a good place to go in Wendover. I hear jet engines. I'm not sure if they're taking off. They'd be taking off a different direction. They'd be, because we're landing from the east and we're probably taking off to the west. Jackpot, Nevada, if you're ever up by Idaho, Jackpot, Nevada is a lot of fun. There's, I think it's called, well, I don't even know the name of it. It's not like the Route 66 hotel. Maybe it's Route 93 hotel or something like that. but actually had light or real coin machines. Ever spend time in Blackhawk, Colorado, I believe is where Blackhawk is? No, I have not. I did spend a lot of time in Colorado, but never spent any time in Blackhawk, but I understand the casinos there are spectacular. So you can see a, is that a Delta? Taxiing over there. Maybe we'll get a takeoff. See a couple of Southwests taking off, or at least moving around on the tarmac. When I would fly back and forth to Texas, when I worked out here back in the day, nothing worse than when you'd come in from the east and you thought you were going to land from the east, then you had to circle around the city. It'd take another 45 minutes to land when the wind would change. You can see some more. There's either stars or more planes coming in queue there. Very, very far away maybe. That's why it's taking forever. My daughter was here. She has an app that she can actually know which airplane it is, where it's coming from and where it's going to and all that kind of stuff, based upon the app that she has. Tuesday night return trip home from Sunday through Tuesday visit. So Sunday through Tuesday visits can be very economical. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, there's a plane taking off over there. You can see it going off. It's taking off towards the north and east. So that must be the takeoff direction over there. If we're over by the blue-green, we could see them taking off. Since we're here comes a plane now. All right, here we come. Does Todd English own Tuscany Restaurant in Mohegan Sun in Connecticut? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. We were talking about that restaurant the other day. Says it's one of his favorites. I got to get out there and try it. Here we go. We got a lander. We got us a lander. Continental, if they still exist. Smooth as silk. Should have brought a stopwatch to see how much time it is between planes. So I'm showing 39 minutes elapsed so far on this video, so we'll have a chance to capture when this next one touches down. It's at 41 minutes. That means it's about 2 minutes between landings. Question is, the best overall eatery or restaurant in Las Vegas? Well, it depends on what you're hungry for, but my go-to, without fail, if I were to eat at only one, my go-to without fail, and have made special trips for it, is the Ellis Island ribs. The little barbecue place inside the Ellis Island. Sometimes you have to wait forever to get your food. You know, sometimes it's an hour wait, but you get the discounts if you play there. It's delicious. Second favorite, there's a Hawaiian place just off Maryland Parkway down by Sahara, L&L Drive-In. It's one of the original ones. It's part of the chain, but it's originally operated, so it's very delicious Hawaiian food. And I used to love the Tuscany. They had a Mexican cantina there, and every Friday night was nacho night. So after work, after the shows at the showroom at the Clarion, we'd all go over and have nachos. Then also at the Tuscany for the 3 a.m. steak and eggs deal. That was a pretty good deal for $2.99. Not sure if they have balconies in the rooms at the Ellis Island. We actually were with a group that almost bought that back in 2014. It was a Super 8 at that point. We're going to put a big restaurant in there, but it never happened. There we go, got another lander. Nice and quiet. JetBlue. There's something in the paper. Who reads a paper? There's something on the internet today about JetBlue and American, some sort of partnership. So 41 minutes, so 2 minutes apart, almost exactly. Casino Royale. I vote for the 249 foot-long hot dog at Casino Royale. So that was, who was it? I think it was Not Leaving Las Vegas. I'm in a hurry. I better ride my motorcycle fast. Not Leaving Las Vegas was there, and someone tipped him $5 to go get a hot dog. No word on when the Royal Resort will open. If it ever does, I'm sure they'll sell it before they open it at this point. All I think about is the flight attendant freak out when I hear JetBlue. I've never flown JetBlue. I can't comment on it, but I used to fly Frontier Airlines back in the 70s. So if it's anything like that. Got another one coming in, got another lander here. It's a little closer than 2 minutes, but that's okay. Got to get them on the ground. This is like Die Hard 2 here, except it's not snowing. And a White Castle anywhere is delicious, James. Oh, that's right. He did buy 2. You are correct. I think we were watching the same show. Yeah, he bought 2 and gave them to some couple that was there. Very nice. Good memory. Is this a Delta? We got a Delta. Touchdown safely. That's a long one. What's that, a 797? I don't think they made them yet, but. Oh, the guy with the red hair. Oh, yeah, I remember that guy. And they walked off. That was in New York, wasn't it? He basically quit. I remember that. That was a while back. I spent 3 long months in New York City managing the Radisson Hotel at JFK Airport, helping them turn their guest scores around. And while I was there, in the wintertime, 2015-ish, and there was like a double homicide down the street from where I was at. And I got out of there as quick as I could, and that's when I ended up in Utah, because I told them, get me as far away from New York as we can get me. Not an East Coast guy, nothing wrong with it. Almost got to Boston one time. Here we go. Nice and quiet. Another JetBlue. Nice touchdown. Yes, Tucson. Love Tucson. Have you ever heard of the Hilton Tucson El Conquistador Golf and Tennis Resort? Pan Am Clipper class. I have some Pan Am playing cards, originals. It's back when Leonardo DiCaprio was a pilot for them. You worked by there, cool. I was the guy who converted it from a Sheraton to a Hilton in 2002. The team that I went in with was actually flew out on Christmas Day from Chicago for that job. And then the overall GM got out there sometime in February, and then I was there through the first part of April of 2014. No, not 2014, 2004. And then I went back to Chicago for another project. That project in Chicago, the 2004, was the old Nordic Hills Country Club. Had been redeveloped into the Doral Eaglewood Resort and Spa. And so they just reopened, so I went in there and helped build the rooms department and set up guest scoring and all that kind of stuff, and food and beverage. Some great managers there. What a great time that was in Chicago. And then I went from there to the Embassy Suites Hotel at O'Hare. Learned a lot about airline hotels at that point. They're coming in hot right now. This is great. Much better location than that abandoned mall with the homeless people. This is a Southwest, I can already tell by the tail. Got that yellow stripe. Outstanding. The Color Guard Classic Senior PGA Event Tour event is held at El Conquistador every year now. Cool. The GM at the time that I worked with out there, actually, there was a golf tournament. He had a hole-in-one and won a Ford Bronco. This was before the famous white Ford Bronco chase. Ralph Miller says, hi, Tucson, awesome town. Been around 5 years since I visited there. Had some great luck at casino west of the city, kind of out of the countryside. Can't remember the name. I think it was Casino del Sol. Yeah, I love that place back when they had the real coin slot machines. Haven't flown to Vegas, always drove from Orange County, definitely. Casino del Sol, yep. Hey, Philip, how you doing? Now, you'll probably think I'm always making things up because no matter where you're from, I've been there, but I also used to live in Orange County. My youngest son was born at Chalk. He's the one Californian in our family. He's also the one still playing baseball in college. At that point, I was the director of safety and security at the Hilton Long Beach, and the hospital in Orange was a good 45 minutes away, going 80 miles an hour at 3 in the morning. It was a good 3-hour commute either way to and from to that hotel from Orange. We lived on Dunton and close to Lincoln, over by the Disneyland and the Big A. Casino del Sol, not the Indian name for this. So is that the, oh no, it's not the Indian name. I believe Sol is a Spanish name, maybe? Could be Indian name. Not sure. But I know that the Royal Hookah Lounge is open for business, and you can get yourself a kebab there. Just thought I'd throw that in there. They're not paying for the advertisements since we're here. Sol is sun. I'm going to put this down for a brief moment. It's going to be a bit bumpy for a moment. I apologize, but I got to start the engine so that the power flows into the cord here so it doesn't there we go. Got some power going back into the phone here. Got another plane coming in. Who wants to guess what it is? It's got 2 lights in the front. There's some blinking lights on the wings. Get your best guess. Did you ever stay at the hotel on the Queen Mary docked in Long Beach? No, but I worked for the company that managed that for a while, and it was one where they threatened that I had to go out there and work there, but I didn't get to go. I believe they've renovated and it's really nice now, but back in those days it was short of sinking. Philip, thanks for checking it out. Appreciate you checking in. Get some rest. Got to get to work tomorrow. Appreciate your support for the channel and just being a cool dude. Here we go. What do we got here? This is that's a Frontier, I believe. Looks like a koala bear in a sweater on the tail. I don't know. There's the moon up there. The Colorado Belle in Laughlin is got some major structural issues. It's sinking into the earth. Plus, probably be better served as a wildlife preserve for all the animals living in the building. They probably have to take it all the way down and rebuild it if they're going to reopen it. A lot of traffic tonight. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me on a Tuesday night in Las Vegas. It's a bit chilly. I like it. It's no longer that oppressive heat late into the evenings as Vegas starts to, I guess it's officially fall now. Officially fall, 3 months away from the shortest day of the year. Yeah, they should implode it, or what I'd rather see, but they wouldn't do it because of the environment and all that. They should actually push it into the lake or the river and see it float away. They had a great all-you-can-eat barbecue at the Colorado Belle. They also, and this is way back, I'm going to date myself here. My wife and I used to drive up from Phoenix for the $8.99 prime rib and lobster special. Sometimes we'd also drive all the way up to Vegas for the In-N-Out burger since it was the closest one. But that was back in the early 90s. If Laughlin had a riverfront area, it would be spectacular. I've always wanted to open a, I don't know if you call it a hotel, but you go out and you get yourself like 100 mobile home units. You build a frame, you stack them in there, and those are the homes or the rooms that people can rent. You can do long-term, short-term rental, but have full kitchens and bedrooms and closets and all that. And then all kinds of water sports and things going on there. This is a big one. another Delta. It's a wide body, not a long one like that other one we saw. It's pretty busy for a Tuesday. I can't believe that they'd be empty this time. The reason for the prefab units or the mobile homes is because they're built to live in, and then you'd build kind of like a Topgolf setup, not as small, but that kind of a 3-tiered structure, cement with all the plumbing fixtures, electricity and all that, and you just slide the mobile homes into it. You have a nice interior hallway. You put pool facilities if you need to. Put it right on the river so you have jet ski launches. Be a quick way to open up a 100-room hotel / winter haven. Uh-oh, we got problems here. Oh yeah, back it up, back it up, back it up. A luxurious slumville. Yeah, there you go. I like that. Back it way up. There we go. The little white car is very smart. That could have been spectacular, and we were sitting right here. There we go. Get a wider view here. Bobby Stupek was a marketing genius. He always had interesting gimmicks to get people to go to Vegas World. Yes. My understanding is he won a poker tournament, had $1 million, and he ended up buying that place, turning it into Vegas World, built the tower. We might have a takeoff here. We got a, unless it's going to a gate over there. See some action. I'm holding a camera unit. It's kind of a docking station that kind of looks like I'm holding a radar gun here, I think maybe. Hasn't slowed anybody down. But this place right over here, you can see the gates are closed, but that always used to be the place where everyone would pull in and watch the airplanes and possibly discuss relationship issues. And then they legalized marijuana, so nobody has to come here anymore. Another plane coming in. Let's see a 737 the way the wings are is best guess. Acting like I'm an aviation expert. And it is a 737. And it has an S on the back. But it doesn't look like a Spirit Airlines. What's another S airline brand? Suncoast, are they still around? It was blue with an S. And for those of you from Vegas, let me do this real quick, sorry. That's better. If you've ever seen the red striped airplane land, Caesar's Air, cool. If I can, don't know if that's the best. There we go, there's a good note. If you've ever seen the red striped airline, it's a completely white airplane with a red stripe on it. That's the secret airplane that flies back and forth to Area 51 every day. Takes the workers out there and brings them back. I only know this because I knew a person who had applied for a job with them as a not sure what it was, a crew member of some sort, and a huge background check. Any chance you have running to Buffalo Keno's? I dumb lucked into 4 of them at Red Rock Casino, made $50. But an older gentleman beside me hit 7 out of 8 with a multiplier for $3,500. Wow. Janet Air, cool. I've seen the Buffalo Keno machine at, I believe it was the El Cortez here. And then I saw it out at the Weekapaw in Phoenix area. Bob Stupek was always very nice to me and generous with his time. Cool. As well as his money, I'll bet. Spirit, horrible name for an airline. Haunted airline, maybe. I see a couple more planes. We'll hang out for a couple more here. Appreciate you all spending time with me here on Russell Road in Vegas, watching the airplanes land. Getting some chat in. Thank you, Tony, for your contribution tonight. Be sure to check out our other Keno friend channels. Emerald Island has Buffalo Keno at the bar. I need to go to Emerald Isle. I haven't been there since 2011. I'm sure it's similar but different. The other thing that surprises me about this airport is that when it's busy and you're inside, there's so many people at the luggage container or the luggage carousels. They got the slot machines inside, they got the food courts inside. There's a couple different areas you can go to play slots in there, and actually quite fun. I can't say that it's not true statement that I actually did a point redemption on a Southwest flight only to go in there so I could play the slot machines in one area of the airport. And of course I canceled my flight, got my points back. But good night, Ralph. Thanks for checking that out. Appreciate you being here. Questions with thought on the Mirage? Have I ever been to the Alien? Yes, I've driven by it. I went up there one time with a group of people. It's the the UFO Center near Area 51. Those folks, when they've had these, rush the Area 51 and all that, they get all the reservations. They don't have a whole lot of rooms. It's a neat little place. It'd be a great retirement job for someone to buy that and hang out there. There is a plot of land. There's a ranch up there, and I don't know if it's sold already, but it actually has grazing rights on Area 51. And so the cattle can actually go onto Area 51. You just have to call ahead and let them know they're coming out there and graze on Area 51. And there's Kobe beef and Wagyu beef. Why not have UFO beef? A specialty steak item. Looks like the kebab place is now closed. I thought they were 24 hours. All right, we're gonna do one more airplane here. Everyone get your guesses in what you think it is. Could be glowing steaks, glow in the dark beef, yep. Probably pre-cooked. Oh my goodness. Here we go, we got one coming in here. It's on approach. Flaps are down. Landing gear locked into position. Flight attendants, take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, your luggage will be at Carousel 1 when you get in the terminal. Got a JetBlue guess, all right, AG with the JetBlue guess. I'm gonna go with the blinking lights the way they're blinking. I'm gonna go with American Airlines. We got a Southwest guess. I'm going based on the blinking of the lights on the wings. Not that that means anything at all. I'm going American Airlines. It is Continental, which is now United. 737, all right. Way off. But it was a blue jet, so our winner is the JetBlue guess, because it's a jet and it was blue. All right, let me get back in here. We'll drive on the strip here in a moment as we head back the other way. It's been fun watching airplanes land, but let's go do a little something different here. Sorry about the bumpiness here as we get set up again inside the vehicle. Beautiful view here. I like this. I like this a lot. We'll do this more often. Pick different times. The holiday season will be fun. Tahiti Air close second to Virgin best airliner. It was a lot of fun. All right, this way. See if I can get out on the street and not get run over. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. This is fun. Las Vegas, bringing you different views as best I can. Been wanting to do this for a while. Just wanted to wait and make sure if any of the other guys did it, I didn't want to, like I'm following them and doing what they're doing. To Vegas World on leave and was checked in wearing my Class A uniform when Bob Stupak stopped to shake your hand. That's awesome. That is awesome, Keno Dan. Good to have you in the chat, Keno Dan. How are things going with the Keno? Oh, there we go. I may or may not be in a lane. I don't have my lights on. There we go. Now I do. It's like the third time in 2 days I've driven without my lights. Must be getting old. It's an old thing. Got a post office right here to my left. Remember that? I used to ship a lot of stuff that I sold on eBay when I was out here. Alright, get the old Chevy out of the way. Paradise Road. Take that one, it goes under the tarmac. Pull over. On the move. We got some planes landing from the south also, it looks like. Probably the ones coming in from California. Wow. We went to check out, the room had been paid for and an $800 credit. Wow, fantastic. That's a good guy. Great guy. Worst area a resort is in Vegas. Keno Dan sent him a thank you note letter and actually wrote you back. Cool. Very cool. Worst area for a resort in Vegas. Well, defining worst is the worst from a business perspective, I bet, would be Lake Las Vegas. It's just too far removed. As far as the worst location in the Vegas for crime, Fremont Street East. Right now it'd be the Stratosphere area, but it's really cleaning up fast. I mean, they've really done a job there to clean it up. There's still some shady areas and things that we see when we drive through, but you know, between it and then, boy, it's a tough call. I know there's some issues over by the Orleans, the neighborhoods back there. The Orleans itself, I've never seen other than the fight. The Rio, and if you haven't seen the fight video, it has 74,000 views now. It's from back in February. Did play Nickel Keno for about an hour today at the Edgewater in Laughlin. Oh, okay. No video. No video and no win. Aw. I gotta get back down to Laughlin. I really had a great time when I was down there. Some great videos. Now that it's not 1 billion degrees, maybe I'll get back down there. The Rio area is, there's not a lot of housing there. So there's not a lot of people milling about there. You know, you got the Gold Coast. You do have some apartments and things back there. There's also a little food row that's new there. And of course, there's a Sonic if you want to get your tots on. That's a great comment, Tony. The area around the Virgin is not the greatest either. In fact, we were talking today, I was talking with an investor about, there's a 990 unit apartment complex there that back in December, January, February, when I was fiddling with real estate with a company that I thought was legitimate at the time. That's a whole nother video. If they want to keep harassing me, I'm sure they're listening. Anytime a company has you engage in a situation where you get an offer of $11.5 million for a piece of property and you take it into the guy who runs the office, he goes, oh yeah, we're not actually selling that. I think the word fraud comes to mind, but that's a whole different video. Got people investigating that right now, so that's why I don't do that anymore with those people. There we go, we're back. Every time we move, take that risk of not having internet in a certain area or having it blocked out. I'm guessing coming by Mandalay Bay here, there's all kinds of sensors and things and stuff that may interfere with the signal. The area to the right up here past the McDonald's is where the concert was. And certainly, I do know that they changed the law here, so you can't actually get a scanner, a police scanner. You're not supposed to get a police scanner for Vegas and listen to them live based upon what they learned from that situation back in 2017. So that's one of the things that changed because of that. This is the actual area here. Bullhead City, I love Bullhead City. It's a great area to live. A little warm in the summer, but so this is the area where the concert was, and I don't believe they've done anything there since then. And I don't think they ever will. I think they should actually probably turn it into a place of memory or a remembrance or a memorial of some sort if they haven't already decided to do that. Right there next to the Luxor. You can imagine when it was going on, all the people running for their lives and all the places that they went, going into the Rio, these places to get away. Just chaos. Memorial Garden would be fantastic. In fact, if they haven't thought of that, maybe we need to do that as a channel. That'd be something cool. There was, we almost lived at a apartment complex there in Bullhead City. That was one of our plans when I moved up here. It's a great place to retire. That's there in Havasu is where I want to build my little condo things. So this place here was for sale, and it was like a little apartment or hotel that kind of just stopped being built. And I never could get a price on this, but this would be really cool. You know, it's got the problems with the sound of the airplanes and all that, but if you did some great soundproofing, this place is still empty and vacant. It's like an old Howard Johnson's or something, but as Vegas continues to come back, in fact, I'm going to talk to that investor guy today and remind him about this place. Right here by everything, it'd be low cost to get into it because of the noise issues out here and where it's located. But if you want to get into the hotel business in Vegas and do timeshare even there, because this is a timeshare place here. I think it's also they sell hotel rooms there, but when they oversell, when they really do a lot of that timeshare business, they need to put people somewhere. Yeah, college student rentals, housing for locals. There's a lot of great opportunities there. Some of these places have taken advantage of the pandemic when they shut down to, you know, clean house, renovate, do all kinds of stuff. Is it a Wyndham? It's the Desert Rose Resort. Yeah, I think it's well, it doesn't say Wyndham, it just says Vacation Resort. The Desert Rose. They've had the GM position there posted a few times. I've applied over the years, never even get a phone call back. Maybe I'm just not cut out for timeshare because I want to do nice things for people. Coming up behind the Hooters, the Yo-Yo. This is the, there used to be a building. I guess they haven't knocked them all down. The old Hooters Hotel had the all the wood and Hooters designed rooms that were interesting to try to keep clean. You get frisked when you go in there now. They wand you and you go through a metal detector and all kinds of stuff. Maybe this is the roughest area for a casino resort. Oh, the old San Remo. Lots of great energy, yes. Good night, Philip. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Get some rest. Gotta be alert tomorrow when you do whatever it is you do. Just do it well. There is a new building going in over here by the Wynn. It's round. Looks like the Death Star. And that's a good point. It's 266 in Laughlin now. So you drive across the river from Nevada and you save $1.20 for gas. It's amazing. Bullhead City was a little bit more than little more than Havasu. There's a Sam's Club there, and then there was it a Maverick? I think it's up in the hills a little bit there in Bullhead City at a great gas price. It's up by an apartment. A lot of the apartment complexes there said they had rooms or places available, but when you got there, they didn't have any. Opposite. I'm opposite. Okay. It's my dyslexia acting up again. We'll do a video one day. We'll do a live one day about some of that stuff. So Norm Macdonald, for those of you who follow that, passed away recently. He had cancer. Early on in my career, if you can call it a career, back in the early 80s, mid 80s, into the late 80s, I dabbled in the world of stand-up comedy, show business, that kind of a thing. And I got to rub shoulders with some really cool people. And I guess my claim to fame, my biggest thing that ever happened was I got bumped by Roseanne Barr at George McKelvey's Comedy Club in Denver one time. But back in the day, this is when Seinfeld hadn't made it yet. I mean, he's making it. He just hadn't been big yet. Jay Leno was still doing county fairs. Paul Reiser was still a big name. That kind of a thing, way back in the day. So early 80s. And it was fun to do. I wasn't very good at it. I wasn't willing to sell out and cross the line. I didn't do drugs. I didn't do all that kind of stuff. So I just kind of was on the periphery of it. And then in 1988, I won a comedy competition in Hawaii at the University of Hawaii and became a regular at the Honolulu Comedy Club. And so that was kind of what I did. Then I went to Alaska, opened up a club up there when I was doing radio, made some money. And have a good night, AG. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Come back and see us. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Get notifications when we do this. But anyway, the point of it is that a guy like Norm Macdonald was just an individual who did his own thing, was true to his craft. I've been watching lots and lots of Norm Macdonald videos and stuff on YouTube, like everyone else is right now. And it's just amazing how funny he was, how deep his comedy went. And from someone who was on the periphery of that to watch the way he crafts words and puts stuff together. So, you know, we've done quite a few comedy shows here in Vegas. We put on, you know, dancing shows and musical things and all kinds of stuff. But the comedy, for me, is my favorite. And that's why on the Wednesday nights, I'm going to the Rolling Smoke comedy shows and hanging out with those guys again. Just a lot of fun. So we'll bring you some of that content. But one of the, you know, one thought leads to another. Way back in the day when I first started school as a youngin', I did attend some special classes for like phonics and things, like dyslexic, can't read, that kind of stuff. And I was able to do a lot of jokes about that, jokes about Alaska, different things. And every time I see a show here in Vegas now, can't wait till we open up our hotel, get our shows going again. We'll be able to invite you all in through the magic of YouTube to enjoy some of it. Look at that. There's the Death Star right there being built. Let me read that. Stephen Wright, George Goebel, Don Rickles, LOL. Stephen Wright was fantastic. You know, his deadpan delivery. Tony says he loved Norm's stories when he was on the late night shows. They were always made up, but super funny. What he could do is he would take an old joke and make it new. He could craft and take you down one trip, you know, down one trail and hit you from the other side. And sometimes some of my favorite stuff that Norm Macdonald did is you know exactly where he's going and what the punchline is, and you were along for the ride, and he could take 15 minutes to tell you the dumbest punchline joke, but it was very interesting and very entertaining and very awesome. So sad that he's gone. His comedy lives on. There's tons of video out there. Apparently he didn't tell anyone or not many people about what he was suffering through, and just interesting. Another Canadian. A lot of great Canadian performers and actors. Anyway, I don't know why we got off on that, but you know, I never met him. Met other people who knew him. Kevin Nealon, my connection to him was through, I believe it was his ex-wife was one of my professors at Mesa Community College. Oh yeah, Don Rickles. in casino. Fantastic. Gotta rev that engine. There won't be any copyright on this sound. Let's see who's faster. There he goes. Oh, I was trying to get him for you there. Yeah, Norm, very funny. Loved all his stuff. This is where I'm at, is on Koval, coming up on Desert Inn. I did have a brush with David Spade at Arizona State University back in the early 80s. We used to do comedy at a bunch of hick joints down in Arizona. Backstage off Broadway, Pranksters Gar and Brill, Greasy Tony's, any place that would put a microphone out. I did a Taco Bell one time. Don't ask me why, but you know, just trying to hone the craft and do things and be funny. But David Spade, I'm a big fan of his as well. Gonna miss Norm. Loved his when Norm Macdonald had a show. That was a great show. Yes, by Encore. Yep. Got the Wynn and Encore in front of us. We got the Palazzo to my left, Harrah's to my left, and more road construction in Vegas, which is so unusual these days. That was sarcasm. Trying to get out of here. I hate traffic. This area is a great road for getting north and south quickly and not being on the strip. The area to my right is the Wynn staff parking garage. It's massive. It's for the Wynn and Encore. And then of course some of the other places probably rent spaces from them. This used to be just scrub land out here. One of these days when we're walking back over on Flamingo, I'll take you to the area where there was a house, just this little dumpy house. They refused to sell when all the big resorts were going in. And I think eventually, I mean, the house was worth like $25,000 back in the 80s. And they ended up selling it for $1 million because the guy wouldn't sell, but they needed it to build a bunch of the stuff that was going in. And there's a couple of gift shops there that are grandfathered in as well, that the land is worth a fortune, but I'm sure they own it outright. Taco Bell back in the day, it was the White Castle of its day. One of the jokes I used to do, and still do I guess, was talking about back then you drinking and driving, and if you got pulled over and the officer just noticed the chili and cheese sauce from 7-Eleven on your shirt, you were immediately arrested. And if there was a Taco Bell bag anywhere near you, that was grounds for searching your car for the other stuff. Tram timeline, don't know what that means. Is there a tram? Oh, you mean from California? That may never happen, if that's the one you're asking about. You're asking about the underground tram, Tesla stuff. I don't know that I would go under there, just get claustrophobic. The same reason I won't go up in a big tower. Seen too many movies. Monorail's working, if that's what you're asking about. They've been up and running. Yeah, why you gotta look at my tacos like that? Oh my goodness. Love Vegas. Appreciate y'all being here, being a part of the channel. A lot of this stuff I'd probably be doing on my own anyway, so it's great to have y'all come along, and love the chat, love the banter, the memories. I was looking at the demographics of the channel, and we have viewers from all different age groups. The majority, though, of the 3 different breakdowns is from 34 through 65 in that area. There's quite a few younger than 34. It's actually like 15% of the viewership is below 34 years old, I believe is what the number is. And that's really cool too. I think it has to do with the gaming or the travel or whatever it might be. 33? Is that how old you are? Is that how old you want to be? Forever I felt like I was 23 years old no matter how old I was. And then above you, guess how old? I guess I've lost track here. The Vegas monorail. Sorry, as I'm driving here, I'm only catching half the chat. Trying not to ram this guy in front of me. All right, cool. We're gonna stop here. So this is coming out. The Sands Convention Center we just passed. The Palazzo parking is to our left. The Wynn is to our right. This is Sands Boulevard. Definitely safety first. You're behind me? Oh, you're behind in the chat. I thought you said you're behind me. There are 3 shift changes here. There's the 3 in the afternoon, the 11 o'clock at night, and then the 7 in the morning. Different times. So 3 o'clock is rush hour when Vegas is really cranking. A lot of other cities it's 5 o'clock, but with the shift changes, you run into traffic. We're coming up, it's 10:30 right now here, so I'm not sure if this is just normal because of construction or if it's something's just got out. I think I had dinner tonight. So I did an hour and 45 minutes of just casino sounds and views. And then we've been doing this for an hour and a half. Yeah. Least busy resort on the regular on the inside. The English has a pool that's outdoors, and it'll be a pool/event space. Least busy on the inside, that's a tough call. I mean, we saw Main Street Station was empty. Circus struggles, except for all the kids. The Sahara is empty. James says, when you live in a small town, the rush hour is waiting for a stoplight. No jacuzzi, but it's a pool. It's more as an amenity, more for beverages and shows and music and dining, kind of an extension of the restaurant. But you can't swim in it. It's going to be a heated pool. We're going to use solar energy during the summertime and fossil fuel in the wintertime to keep it warm. We have pool view rooms. They have, on ground level, have sliding walls of glass, and then a patio area that you could sit and enjoy some beverages or food or the views, and separated from the pool area. If you want to get to the pool, you have to walk through the hotel and go out. That way you can enjoy what you're doing out on your patio and not have a Nerf football knock over your bottle service. This traffic is so much fun. When we make a right up here, we'll see Resorts World. It's right there, just past the Fashion Square Mall, or Fashion Center, Fashion Show, whatever they call it. See if I can make the right turn here. Yep. The light was yellow, sir. Still pretty bad road there. Get past the Fashion Show here, and then you'll see Resorts World on the left. There's the Strat again, always in the center of our videos. Either the beginning or the end, you'll see the Stratosphere. We're starting at the Arts District, we'll see it. The home that burned the other day, you can see it. Opportunity Village, I believe, was on the parcel. It was part of what was there. There used to be a lot of auto shops and bail bonds places and all kinds of stuff there. But it's actually 3 or more lots combined right now for the English footprint, for the parking, for the pool, for the restaurant, for the hotel. If you go to Marriott.com, type in Las Vegas and pick any date past January. The English hotel will pop up first and has information. There's some artist renderings there, kind of give you an idea what it's going to look like. It's changed a little bit from the renderings, but it's the same general idea. Give you the best view of it. There's some articles that have been written, or review journal. Some bloggers have come out and done some interviews, talked to Todd English. So, not sure if that music is copyrightable, so I'll close that window. Get through an entire video without a copyright claim, and then here at the end. We had 11 copyright claims on our video, was it last night at Fremont Street? It's not the record, 13 is the record. What I'm finding is that I clean up the actual copyright claims by either suppressing them or cutting them out, then they can hear other music in the background, and so then there'll be different claims. And also there's the shared claims on the cover bands. So the music that we were watching the band last night, right when I got shut off, I think once we hit 10 copyright claims, I got cut off somehow, and then we had to redo the do another video. This guy behind me is just beside himself that I cut over. Best selling point of our hotel, location, and the general manager is a spectacular human being. The staff will be out of this world great, because I only hire great people, or I train them to be great. Easy in and out, quick parking, get to your room. We're within 15 minutes of all things Vegas. We can Uber you, we can point you the direction to walk. The food will be spectacular. I mean, celebrity chef, 4 times James Beard Award winner. Sushi and Mediterranean food. The greatest selling point, though, will be just the comfort and the quietness of the room, and centrally located. And you can use your Marriott points, or you can collect Marriott points while you're there. Everyone loves their points. If you're coming in for a convention and you don't want to be at one of these 5,000 room hotels, it's a great place to get in. She Clean. Not sure what that. She Clean. Sorry if I missed something there. Plus floating toilets, yes. The floating toilets. Yes, Marriott Bonvoy. You can't say Bonvoy, it's Marriott Bonvoy, because I think there's another Bonvoy out there, but Marriott Bonvoy is the trademark. We're trained that when we go through our classes. You have to say Marriott Bonvoy together. All right, I think we're getting to the end of the construction stuff here. This is gonna be so cool. The beach club here at the Wynn, just to the right. And then for those of you who've been on a previous broadcast may know, but this land right here belonged to Steve Wynn. And the building behind it with the big T on it is a hotel by a certain developer that Mr. Wynn did not like. And so he did everything he could to not allow that tower to be built on the Strip. And so that's one reason why the Trump Tower is set so far back off the Strip, is because of a feud with Steve Wynn and his ability to make it so he couldn't be on the Strip, or I don't believe he could have gaming there either, or some story, but pretty cool. Resorts World right over here. Massive building. Crockford's, Conrad, the Hilton. Forgot the Crockford's name last night when we were talking. These rooms here, the windows are smaller because they had to put up that screen, and there was a lot of videos when they first opened of people complaining about lack of view. You actually have the full window there, but you have all the lines where the that screen is. It's cool on the outside, probably not so cool on the inside. Haven't been in there, so I can't comment on it. Not a big hotel guy. It's hard to find HC seating at Planet Hollywood to see Shania Twain. I would love to see Shania Twain. I love her music. All right, let's get up here. I want to see if the taco shop has a line outside its door today. Coming up on 11 o'clock in Vegas. It's 10:45. I'm sure where you're at, it's a lot later than that. Tony says they call those Hilton rooms behind the screen partially obstructed views. Yes, they are definitely partially obstructed. Typically, what that would mean is there is a tree in your way or part of a building in your way or whatever. This is a new definition of partially obstructed. The other side of it, though, is there's a bunch of people that come to Vegas and the last thing they want to do is spend any time in their room. It used to be that the TV channels and stuff here were really horrible. You have like 12 or 13 channels on a black and white TV because they didn't want you in the room. They wanted you down in the casinos. 10:49 p.m. Las Vegas, Los Angeles time. When do we spring forward and fall back? We do the fall back coming up here pretty soon. Is it October? Haven't got my Barry Manilow tickets yet either. Bring my Roku, yep. Fall back first week of November. So the Roku, Todd Matthews, welcome. Good to have you here. Not a big hotel guy, excuse me. The TVs in the hotel that we're building, you can actually broadcast all your stuff on there. If you have a Hulu, Roku, Zuzu, Mumu, Dudu, all these made-up names recently that show movies and stuff, Netflix, all that, you can actually broadcast it directly onto the TV and watch your own videos that way. Have complimentary Wi-Fi, so you can do that in the rooms. And then also we will have, there's pay options if you want to do pay-per-view, stuff that you may not have access to, you know, first run stuff. Not sure what genres will be available on that, but being Vegas, I'm sure, you know, Disney and Disney Plus, maybe even the Star Wars channel, Chromecast. $10 for everything, $10 or less. Cool. Don't know why they put out all the cones again. They had to finish this road. It's Convention Center Drive. If you turn to the right, the new expansion of the Convention Center, that's down where the old Clarion Greek Isles was. I don't actually stop there every time I go by it now. For a while there, after they imploded it, we'd make that pilgrimage every chance we got. But we are going to have a reunion coming up. February 11th, I believe it is, of 2022. We do a celebration celebrating the 7th anniversary of the implosion, the old Debbie Reynolds Casino, yes. It was also the Greek Isles, was also the WWE hotel for a while. They just never changed the name, they had bought it. Then the people I work for had actually done the lending on the property. They're one of the lenders on it when the Greek guys lost it in bankruptcy, and that's what brought me out to Vegas. At the Debbie Reynolds showroom, Todd Fisher, Carrie's brother, Eddie's son, used to hang out there. We also had Mickey Rooney's son, had Jimmy Osmond. So we had all the nephews and younger people. We would have had Andy Gibb too if he hadn't passed on. But that was the type of shows that we did out there, and they're spectacular. From Penn and Teller, we had Teller. He did a show. It was kind of a running, I don't want to say joke, but running thing at that hotel. It was just always just off the strip, and the shows were just off being spectacular. Not much line at the taco place. Of course, the Walgreens. If you need a pharmacist in Vegas, go see Dave at the Walgreens Pharmacy right here. It's kept me alive for 10, coming up on 11, almost 12 years now. That's where I get all my heart medicine. Someday we'll do a video also on heart health. Tell the story of what happened back in 2010 on Easter. And a lot of great stuff. So many things. I really appreciate y'all being a part of the channel. It's a great I was thinking back in the early days of my life, I did a lot of radio shows, did both talk shows and rock and roll shows, and doing DJ stuff and all that, and it was my way to express myself. And then I had kids and got into the corporate world and had to bottle everything up for the longest time. And the stress levels, trying to raise families and do all the different things in life. And that's probably what led to the Easter 2010 situation. As a sneak preview, I've been dead 3 times in my life, twice on purpose. If you know what a cardioversion is. But the first time was, I don't know, I guess it would be called a heart attack. I don't know there would be an actual heart attack. I was actually in the hospital because I was having chest pains. I'd been on a flight for 6 hours the night before. It was Easter morning, quiet, and I almost didn't go. And the sneak preview of the whole story and all that is, I was actually, when I got there, I was the second guy in line. They said, "What's the deal?" I said, "Oh, I've got some chest pain. It feels like there's a boot in my chest." And I was on a 6-hour flight last night, and I was in an emergency room within about 4 minutes. They had me all hooked up on monitors, just watching me. And all I remember is the face of the male nurse pulled the curtain back to check on me. And I remember his face and his eyes just as one of those cartoony things. And all of a sudden, tons of people around me, shooting me up with drugs, hooking me up to monitors, whatever it was. There's a real deep story there that I can go into. But then after several hours, I remember him coming back, and I was aware the whole time, I was conscious the whole time. And then finally he goes, "Hey, how you feeling?" I said, I'm great. Why? He goes, "Do you know what happened?" I said, "No." He said, "For whatever reason, I checked in on you, and your heart rate went from the 40s to about 195 beats within a few seconds. Your heart was exploding. And for whatever reason, he just happened to check in at that moment." And so that was very interesting. And depending on where you are in the belief scale of things, there is a bright light. There is out-of-body experiences from my personal experience and opinion, and we will dive into that in depth with some other people in another forum and doing other stuff at another time. But that's the sneak peek of it. It's pretty cool, actually. To be alive at the end of it, I guess, is the most cool part of it. Changed my perspective on a lot of things. Anyway, that's real. Wow, we covered some real deep topics here. Appreciate y'all being here. We're coming up on 100 minutes of this broadcast. Appreciate it. We're going to continue on. Stress does kill. Stress does kill. Far too many people whose lives ended way too soon because things that didn't matter mattered too much. And there's a lot of stuff that matters, and you got to take care of your business. You got to handle your business. But you got to find a way to find that peace in life. You got to find that thing that keeps you centered and focused. And right now, for me, it's YouTube and you all, and this, and opening hotels, and going to comedy shows, and doing all the things that are very joyful. Don't sweat the small stuff. Great advice. There's stuff that will never go away no matter how much you stress over it. I mean, the economy, I wish I was wealthy enough to have any effect on it. It's either going to be good or bad, but as an American, as a North American, as a capitalist, our job is to figure out what the rules are and make money with it, figure out how to capitalize on it. I can't control anything outside of my own life here, so I quit worrying about a lot of things. I became a much better hotel manager after that as well. Much better human being as a leader. And I attribute all my success to that experience. It's not because of what I've done, but it's because of what I've been allowed to do. And if you take a look at life, that every day is a blessing and the people around you are a blessing, you still, give those finger signals to people who cut you off in traffic, and still yell and scream and stress over the fact that your internet doesn't work, or that you lose your signal during a YouTube broadcast and all that. But then you got to stop and realize it's not that big a deal. This is the Arts District as we wrap it up here. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I'm going to pull up to the English Hotel so you get a quick shot of it here at the end. For those of you who want to take a peek at it, haven't seen it yet. It's a unique construction type. It's an innovative construction type. It's a proprietary construction type that we're going to duplicate in multiple places around the world. Looking at places in Greece and Utah and Napa and Shanghai and London and New York. It's a brand that's going to explode across the country. And the people that are running it, owning it, making it happen, I'm blessed to be a part of it and very excited to be here on the ground floor. Mark this day and then mark 10 years from now, and we'll see how things have changed based upon the efforts that we put into this. How do you handle customers complaining without stress? That's a great question, and it comes down to a couple things, probably comes down to 50 things, and someday I'll write a book on it, is did I do it? Is it my fault? First of all, if I killed your puppy and I stole your luggage, yell at me, it's my fault, go at me. And this happened a lot in Chicago, the part of your flight was late, they lost your luggage, the cab driver overcharged you, and you missed your meeting, and you want to scream at me at the hotel, I can take that. I'm a great listening person. I'll sit there and I'll work with you and I'll try to find a solution for you. And I find great favor from a guest when you listen to them, find out what the root cause is, and then solve that problem for them. It's amazing that just, hey, I'm sorry your day sucks. Let's do something about it. And one of the things that I have documentation of is taking a hotel with suffering guest scores and turning them around by the methods that I train in guest service, compassion, understanding, and taking ownership of the problem, even if it has nothing to do with what you're doing. Let me help you. Let me take some time out of my life to make your life better. Real quickly, here's the building that burned the other day. I don't know if you guys can see it. That's the shell that's left. And coming up here on the right is the New English Hotel. I got some cars behind me, so I'm going to pull up into the parking space here. And you can see the side of the building here up top there. This is the English Hotel. We haven't turned on the lights yet. We're going to have a reveal. The mayor and a bunch of people will be out here for that. But this is the English Hotel block. All glass walls and windows. The pink area here will probably be the fitness center. We're still working on that. There's parking. There's a lot of great restaurants and breweries and things around here. Just a spectacular place. Let me go around this way for those of you who haven't seen the pool area yet. I'll show that to you. It's not the biggest pool in Las Vegas, but it's going to be the most fun. I almost said funnest, but that's not a full-on English term. This is where all the Arts District is, the First Friday celebrations. That's the pool pump area and the restrooms and all that. And then the pool is directly behind this wall. And as we drive by, I'll see if you can see the blue. There it is off in the distance there. Anyway, that's a sneak peek of it, but you can check out the artwork at Marriott.com. Not sure. The fitness room will be operated by a third party, by a third company that we will rent from them and allow all our guests to go to it. And the reason for that is because they want to open up a full-on big, top-of-the-line, professional, 24-hour, they're fitness people versus me as a hotel guy putting in a couple of ellipticals and a couple of free weights and hoping that you guys feel good. So we're going to actually pay the money to buy memberships for all of our guests to go to that place. This place here, this brewery, they're actually going to be manufacturing a beer, proprietary beer, the English hotel beer for our hotel. So we're buying local and creating local as well. And one final thing for you here as we go around this side, there's a Gambler's General Store there. I don't think that's open right now, but on this other side, and this is all a rumor, and I'm sharing rumors with you, so don't tell anyone else, but somewhere along here, there's going to be a spectacular nightclub. opening, based out of California. That one of these large warehouses, going to be a new nightclub coming into Vegas over here. Got a conference center and a meeting center here, the Fabrizio. You see Resorts World again. There's the Stratosphere again. You see how close we are. You saw the Circa. We're right between everything. And imagine New Year's Eve or 4th of July when the fireworks go off. Unbelievable. We're right between both. So we'll get the Stratosphere and the Fremont Street fireworks. Desert Rave. Oh, there's a homeless guy trying to break into something. Still a little bit of a homeless issue here, but they're, you know, as the buildings burn down or get knocked down or get renovated, it's cleaned it up quite a bit. It's the Ironworks store. I think you've probably seen that on A&E or the different cable channels. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, Tony, for the super chat. Thank you, Keno Joe, yesterday for the super chat. We got cut off early, so make sure you check out this channel. It's number 70 for checking in tonight. For all our other Keno and gaming channels for being a part of this. For all the new people, Keno Dan, thanks for checking it out. Appreciate everyone. Tony, I really appreciate it. Philip for checking. I think he went to bed already. Thank you all. If you want to say goodnight so I know who's still here, I appreciate it. If you can hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet, I appreciate it. Thank you again, Tony. Wow. Thank you so much. That is spectacular. Wow. Thank you so much for the 1999 super chat. It really helps out. It really does. I mean, it's so kind of you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you all very much. We'll continue to do this often. We'll try new places, new things, new stuff you may have never seen in Vegas before. And we'll start going inside. We'll start getting permission at places. I'm getting to meet with a couple of hotel casino GMs this coming week to work on our agreements to actually be able to film live in their casinos. So all that's coming soon right here at Cash or Crash. Thank you again, everyone, so much. Thank you. Have a great night. Do something nice for someone and be safe.